Ted here. Today's YouTube is very spontaneous because I was thinking to give another music reaction or to give another economics course, but spontaneously in our channel we have the third part is I share my spontaneously left thoughts or the very hit and popular topic. And today I realized one thing is the RCEP is announced and finally signed. Maybe a lot of people want to know what is RCEP and how RCEP will influence our next life. No, future life. Next life. And what's gonna be the threat for our commercial life. So I spontaneously make this YouTube and hope you like it. The official full name of RCEP is the Regional Comprehensive Economics Partnership, and this is held and originated from the ASEAN countries. So, and after 8 years negotiation, finally the ASEAN countries and plus 5 countries signed this free trade zone agreement. This agreement currently becomes the world's largest free trade zone. And what is the partnership countries? Here it is. The 15 countries including Brunei-Darussalam, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, the Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam, plus Australia, China, Japan, Korea, New Zealand. And there is one country is not in it, it's India. But India in the past 8 years always involved into this agreement, but since the final signing they didn't join. Yeah, so this is what is the RCEP. The RCEP agreed in the next 5 to 10 years, 90.3% of the goods and commodities between the countries will be erased. So which means, I can give an example. A Japanese girl has a Samsung phone, and now the price is $1,000. After the RCEP signed, maybe she will got the phone with $700 or $600. The main difference is on these tariffs return to zero. So this is the main meaning of this free trade zone. So after signing of the free trade zone agreement, the ASEAN plus 5 will becoming the world's largest free trade zones and with occupying 29.7% of the world population and 28.9% of the world GDP, which means this area will totally deeply influence the world commerce and trading rules and principles. After we know what is the RCEP and how the main function goes, maybe we're gonna have one question. The question is there any agreement like this one before? And the answer is yes. In the past of the times, the world and between these countries, for example, the ASEANs with Korea, the ASEANs with Japan, China with Korea, all have this free trade zone agreement. But the difference is the former one signed with too long time of really decrease this tariff. Most of them are from 15 years to 20 years. This is much more longer than this new agreement because the new agreement time limitation is from 5 years to 10 years. Why there are a lot of free trade zones agreement happened? For example, we know in Barack Obama times, he very actively to organize the TPP, and after the after Donald Trump, Japan is actively to organize the CPTPP, and Europe, we have the free trade zone as well. The main reason is the management power from the WTO, the World Trade Organization, becomes weaker and weaker. And the mainly reason from that is not because the WTO has huge corruption or the internal problems or etc. The main reason is the basic rule from the World Trade Organization is the most favored nation clause, and this clause will officially announce every country into the same tariff. After decades of the development, more than 160 countries' membership already in a difficulty to lower any rate of the tariff. So based on that, a lot of regional free trade zone opened, and they try to much more lower than the tariff, which is WTO currently. And what will be the RCEP deeply affect our commercial life and world trade? The first one, as the example I made about the Apple and the Samsung phone. If among these countries of ASEAN plus 5, the free trade zone, they will have much more lower budget to manufacturing products, and this product will be favored by the people in this agreement, but will be more competitive than the companies and products out of this agreement. So Samsung, Huawei, Xiaomi, these phones will be much more competitive in the global market compared with Nokia, compared with Apple. So this is the first one. And the second one, in these agreement countries, not only China, but also Japan, Korea, and the ASEAN countries, they're gonna have much more internal technology pressure, which means the Japanese company are much more competitive in IC chips and the semiconductor business. Based on that, the Korean companies in this industry and the Chinese company in this industry will be suffered a lot and maybe be eliminated because of the free trade. To the second, the companies in these agreement countries will be much more focused on the efficiency and automation. This will give a second wave of investment and purchasing, maybe to Siemens and to ABB. So to them, this is a double-edged sword, but mostly positive. I hope you enjoy the spontaneously daily thoughts and already know what is RCEP, how it works, and what will it influence our commercial life. And see you next time when I have the spontaneously brainstorming. Ciao, ciao.